Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Mid-Level Media. I'm Ken, and today guys, we're here for a movie collection update. I've got a big old stack of movies to show off right over here. I always like to wait until the stack gets about a little bit over a foot, and then I'm like, it's time to show some movies off. So that's what we're going to do here today. I've got some new releases. I've got stuff that was sent to me by studios and boutique labels to show off. I've also got stuff that I purchased myself and the Amazon 3 for 33 sale that just recently happened, which was honestly a great sale. I've got some great stuff, so I'm excited to show that out. And then some other random like odds and ends pickups as well. I like to group all this stuff together, guys, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and just give you all a movie collection update and just let you guys know what I've been adding to the collection. But before we get into it, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and then let me know in the comment section below, what have you been picking up? Are you going to pick up any of these titles that I'm showing off? I will try to link as much of this stuff down below in the description as I can, especially the stuff that was sent to me to review and talk about. But let's just go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's start off. We got a lot of Lionsgate steel. Lionsgate is coming back in a big, bad way in 2025. They were kind of dormant a little bit in 2024, but we have got a gorgeous Snowpiercer 4K steelbook right here. Bong Joon-ho's Snowpiercer. This is a 4K steelbook. Yeah, it's a little disappointing they didn't decide to do like a 4K slipcover edition of this. I think that would have been good to do, but I think this is an Amazon exclusive. You can get it on there, and it's going for $34.99. So it's a little bit cheaper on Amazon than it probably would be if it was up on the Lionsgate Limited website. I don't know like how long they're going to continue to do like Walmart exclusives, Amazon exclusives, Lionsgate Limited before they just put everything on the Lionsgate Limited. I don't know if that's even going to happen or if that's going to be a thing, or they're going to continue to do different, retailers and stuff for their steelbooks. But this is an Amazon exclusive right here. And this is beautiful, really, truly beautiful. I'm going to show you the back right there, show you the synopsis. And yeah, I pre-ordered this one off of Amazon, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. There's actually some people, when I posted this on Instagram, they're having trouble getting this. It was like delayed until March or something like that. So I don't know what's going on. It's like, guys, look, physical media like is alive and well. Put enough of this stuff out for people to get. Like, we should not have this problem in 2025. If people want to get a damn steelbook on new release day, they should be able to get it. In my opinion. So unless it's like Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, something that's extremely in high demand. But, for Snowpiercer, like, put enough of this release out for people to get. Like, that's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But I pre-ordered this and I actually got it on release date, so I'm not complaining, but I know there's some people out there did not get this. But that's the cover. That's the back. Now let's show you all the goods. Let's take this out of the slip cover. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this steelbook. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love the look of this steelbook. And I have not seen Snowpiercer. This will be a first time watch for me. A earlier Bong Joon-ho movie, or I'd say middle of his career Bong Joon-ho movie. Chris Evans is in this film. Tilda Swinton's got a really cool cast. This does have a digital code, and it's got 3 discs in here. So I think it has a 4K and a Blu-ray disc, and then it has a bonus disc in here as well. So I'm going to take the discs out, show you that's the 4K disc right there. And then I'm going to, looks like they're coins maybe? Is that like currency? I heard that the train like has its own like, I don't know, community and monetary systems and stuff like that. But that's all the discs. That's the train. That's the interior artwork right there. Pretty damn cool. But yeah, guys, this is a badass steelbook. It just is. I'm going to call it like it is. Try to get it. It's still on Amazon. It's still on there for $34.99. I've just heard that people are having problems getting this shipped to them. And they have like a March release date or something like that. But yeah, this is the Snowpiercer steelbook. Really cool edition. I haven't got to dig into this and see if there's new special features, anything like that. I may do a review on this when I watch it. We'll see. We also got Kickboxer on 4K, guys. So this one was sent to me by Lionsgate. So look, sometimes I got to buy my Lionsgate steel. Sometimes I get it sent to me by the studio. It's completely random. But look at this Kickboxer 4K. So look at this damn thing, guys. look at this. Now, this is a 2024 release. This came out in December, but I haven't got a chance to show it off yet. I just want you to look at Jean-Claude kicking people for a little bit. That is just super awesome, super cool. Show you the back right there. Oh my goodness. This has got 3 discs as well. And yeah, I'll show you the specs down there at the bottom. So I watched this, I think, a couple of days ago. Might have been over the weekend that I watched this. Really enjoyed the movie. I'd never seen it. I bought the Blu-ray steelbook, I think, back in March. Stupidly, because I think it was already rumored at that point that they were doing a... is this a anniversary edition, like 35th anniversary edition of Kickboxer? I think it was already rumored at that time that this was coming with new features. But I bought that, and then I bought this, and I watched it for the first time with this 4K. Really, really loved this movie, though. This movie has like 80s vibes all over it, and I'm really getting into the filmography of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, I don't know, he's pretty damn great. Like, his movies are just so fun, and he's always just so fun in them. So I've still yet to see Bloodsport. That's still a big Jean-Claude movie that I haven't seen yet. I will check that out at some point. But Kickboxer was kind of a banger. It's the story of Jean-Claude and his brother. His brother's like a big popular kickboxer in the States, and then somebody's like, hey, if you want to be the best, you got to go to Thailand and take out the best. So they go over to Thailand, and then he gets his butt kicked, paralyzed, and then Jean-Claude vows revenge on the guy that paralyzed him. And so he has to train and become the greatest kickboxer of all time to take out this guy. But it's such a fun movie. I just love movies like this. I think they're super fun. So yeah, this one was kind of a banger. And the 4K was incredible. Like, if I had like watched this before I did my top 10 of the year, like this might have been on like one of my honorable mentions, or maybe like in my top 10. It was that damn good. So great. Like, this was a 4K done right for sure. It looked incredible, incredibly filmic, such great detail. The colors were amazing. Like, when they have that final fight at the end, that kind of that unsanctioned match that they have, or the old temple, and it's in the, I forget what they say, we're gonna fight in the old ways, and they fight in like some kind of like ancient temple or something like crazy like that. But all that stuff looks incredible in 4K. So yeah, I'm gonna do the lenticular one more time for you guys. Let's take it out of the slipcover. I'll show you the front. Look at Jean-Claude. This is like, oh my goodness, this artwork is just fantastic. I love it so much. Yeah, this is a great release. It's got new features. So we got a digital code right there, which I'll throw to the side. It's got the 4K, it's got the Blu-ray, and then it's got a whole disc with special features. Now, this has got, I looked at the, actually on the third disc is something different. We'll talk about that in a second. But the actual like features were on the 4K. I think they were on the 4K. Maybe they weren't. I can't quite remember. I think they were on the 4K though. But there's a new interview with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and there's other new interviews as well. I watched a few of the interviews. They're great interviews, and they're brand new to this release. So that is really freaking cool. They had brand new features for this release right here, and they got Jean-Claude come back and talk about this film. And he's still like super fun. All of his interviews are really fun. You got disc 1. I'm trying to remember the villain's name in this movie. You got disc 2. And this right here on disc 3, you got the 4K and you got the Blu-ray. On disc 3 is the international version. And the international, I don't want you to go thinking this is like super cool. The international version's like in VHS quality. So it does not look good at all, but apparently there's some different stuff. I think it might be the German cut, but there's different stuff in that cut than there is in the original cut. Just some different things that they put in that one. And it's a little bit longer, I think by like 4 or 5 minutes. But it's almost like, to me, it's almost unwatchable. Like, I would not want to watch Kickboxer like that. If I'm going to watch this again, I'm going to watch the 4K. I'm going to watch it in the best possible picture format. But if you are a Kickboxer enthusiast and you got to see everything Kickboxer that there is, you may want to kind of check that out and just suffer through the subpar picture quality. But great release by Lionsgate, though. This is really a spectacular release and a super fun movie for Kickboxer on 4K. All right, so that was kind of a 4K review there. Let's talk about Reservoir Dogs. So I didn't do like, I've got the other, let me just go ahead and show these off real quick, guys. We got Kill Bill Volume 1, 4K Steelbook. These are new Steelbooks from Lionsgate as a part of the Lionsgate Limited line. Kill Bill Volume 1 Steelbook, Kill Bill Volume 2 Steelbook, and we've got the Jackie Brown 4K Steelbook as well. So I have done reviews for all three of these 4Ks, of these Steelbooks right here, so go check them out. I'm not going to get too in-depth with these other than just to tell you again, these are available, or they will be available depending on when I put this video out. They will be available on January the 21st. But the one that I'm not going to do a review of is Reservoir Dogs, and the reason for that is this is not a new 4K. This 4K actually came out in 2022, and I actually reviewed this 4K back in 2022. You can go check that out. Just go to my 4K review playlist, and you go all the way back 2022, and you'll find my Reservoir Dogs 4K review. But in short, guys, this 4K is freaking fantastic. It's one of the best 4Ks that there is. I think in my top 10 of 2022, I feel like Reservoir Dogs was in my top 3. Like, it was like really high in my ranking that year. I thought it was an incredible 4K. But this Steelbook right here, it's the same design as the Steelbook that came out back in 2022, but it's pink. And I don't know if Lionsgate plans on doing a Mr. Blonde one, a Mr. Orange one, Mr. Brown. I don't know if they plan on doing like all the different colors like they did back in the day with the DVD covers. But I'll be honest, like, it would be kind of cool if they did. There are people that would collect all of them. I'm not saying that I would. I mean, I guess if Lionsgate's going to offer them and send them to you, I guess I'll just go ahead and take them. But like me personally, like, I wouldn't like spend my money on the exact same Steelbook just with a different color. But there are people out there, and no shame, that would 100% do that. But you got a nice color right here. I'm going to be honest, like, I really like the purplish like pink aesthetic to the Steelbook. I actually think it looks a little bit better than the original version. But you take off that slip cover. You got the ear. The ear comes off just the same as the old one did. You got that purple aesthetic on the cover. So everything's like exactly the same. You just have the purple. And then you open this up. You got a digital code. And then you got 2 discs on the inside. I love the disc art on these. Like, I think that it's super awesome. I love the disc art. So good. And a Mr. Blue edition. I would like a Mr. Blue edition. I think this would look good. In blue for sure. But that is the Reservoir Dogs 4K Steelbook. Like I said, it's the exact same Steelbook. It's the exact same 4K. They didn't add anything new to this. They just put out a different color for people to get. And it is exclusively on the Lionsgate Limited website. I will link it down below in the description. All right, now let's get into my 3 for $33 pickups at Amazon. I got the Bike Riders on 4K. Heard some good things about this one. This one's got Austin Butler in it. I think it has, Tom Hardy's in this. Jodie Comer's in this film. So went in and grabbed this one on 4K for $11. And again, I thought that was a great deal. Like, that was a fantastic sale. This is why, look, guys, when it comes to these studio releases, they come out at $30. A lot of times, like, if you wait till Black Friday, if you just wait a couple of weeks, they will drop like $5 to $10 sometimes. But if you wait till Black Friday, if you wait for these like 3 for 33 sales, which Amazon does like periodically throughout the year, and I try to keep you all updated on that. I think this was going on for like almost a week. I think it's over by now, but I think this sale was going on for like a week. So they give you plenty of time. And the selection for this past sale, usually they just have a bunch of Warner Brothers stuff. They had a lot of like new titles that just came out in the past like couple of months. So I think the Bike Riders came out in like what, October, November, something like that. So I was excited to get this for $11 essentially, still with the slipcover. Didn't have to worry about that or anything. So I am excited to watch this one because I have heard really good things about the movie. I also got one of my probably my favorite theatrical experience of 2024 was Twisters. So I have this on 4K, and again, got this for $11. I almost picked this up at Walmart for $30. I did pick up The Fall Guy at Walmart for $30, and that was also in the sale as well. It's been marked down several times. That's what I'm saying, guys. It pays to wait sometimes. Like, you have to wait on these studio releases. You just do at this point because they will go down. But great cover. And let's look, guys. If it's a movie you really want to watch, then screw it. Go ahead and get it when it comes out. It's not like it's not worth it. But look at this, guys. Great 4K release right here of Twisters. I'm sure it looks great. I'm sure it sounds great. I actually had a lot of fun with this movie. I saw this in the theaters with my family. And you guys know, like, if you've been watching the channel, I'm a massive Twister fan. I went into this movie like arms crossed, like just preparing to not like it at all, for it to feel like a cheap ripoff of the original. And while like I still like the original significantly more, that's one of my all-time favorite films, I thought this was super fun for what it was. And I like that it stood on its own. You know, it didn't really borrow anything from the first one other than Dorothy. Like, there's no like recurring characters. Like, none of these characters are like the daughter or son of like that Bill Paxton or Helen Hunt or anything like that. So I like that this kind of stands on its own and it was its own story. So yeah, Twisters, good one. And I got it on 4K for $11. And one that I did not see yet is Monkey Man. And this is a movie that is directed by Dev Patel and also starring Dev Patel. I'm excited to watch this one. I heard good things about it. I also heard some people say it was kind of not great. But I am excited to watch this one. And I've got the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code for all three of these movies on 4K. So I'm excited to watch those. These are all Universal 4Ks too, by the way. So yeah, that's what I got in the 3 for $33. I just picked this up at Walmart right before I came home. They had these new like Valentine's Day slip covers on the Blu-rays. I went and got My Bloody Valentine. Now this is the remake. It's not the original one from 1981 because I got two editions of that. I got a Blu-ray and a Screen Factory 4K, but this is the remake that came out I think in 2009. I've seen this, I think, once or twice, but it's been a while since I've seen it. And I was kind of in the mood to watch this one, so I may watch it when it gets closer to Valentine's Day. And again, I didn't have this one in my collection, so I went ahead and picked this up. I got this because I think it went down to like $10 on Amazon. I caught it, and I was like, I got to get this because I wanted it when it came out. But money talks. This is a Warner Archive release. And I was very excited when they announced this because this is a movie I watched all the time when I was a kid. It was this, and it was also Nothing to Lose with Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence. I watched both of these like all the time when I was a kid. So I was excited to get this Warner Archive Blu-ray of Money Talks. And I definitely hope to check this one out again pretty soon because it's been years. Also, Heather Locklear is in that film. And I'll just go ahead and show this off again, guys, because I got it in the stack. But the 7 4K release from Warner Brothers, this one is available now. This is the Digipack version edition right here. I did review this on the channel. Nice magnetic case. If you want my thoughts and details on what this looked like in 4K, then go ahead and go check out that review. But I'm going to show this off one more time for you guys. I think this is a beautiful edition. It really is. I love all the images that they put on it. I know some people weren't a fan of this edition, and that's okay. You know, we don't all have to be fans of everything, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool. There is also, I think, a steelbook version still available. I think it's still available, but cool 4K release of 7. Again, if you want my in-depth thoughts on that 4K, go check out my review. And next up, guys, from Paramount, we have Smile 2. And look, guys, I was not a big fan of the first Smile. I thought it was extremely like overhyped and overrated. Everybody was acting like that was like the next Hereditary or something like that. And I watched it and I'm like, oh my God, like this movie is just not that good at all. I didn't think it was scary. I actually thought it was a little ridiculous. This movie is a pretty significant improvement over the first one, in my opinion. I actually really enjoyed this film. And I think it's mostly to do with the actress that's in it. Naomi Scott, I think she's really, really good in this film. She sells the ridiculousness of this premise because it is kind of a goofy premise. People just smiling at you. And that's supposed to be scary. Like, even with the first one, I'm like, am I supposed to be like scared of this? Like, and the movie kind of feels like it's trying just a little bit too hard to scare you with the smiles. And it doesn't quite work for me. It still doesn't work. But I think she does a really good job like selling those moments to the point where you actually feel a little tense in those moments. So I enjoyed this mostly for her performance. You also got Jack Nicholson's son in this film as well. I think it's Ray Nicholson. He's not in the movie a ton, but the parts that he's in are very memorable. That's why they put him on the steelbook, which I didn't get the steelbook. I decided to get the the regular slipcover version because I just like this cover a lot better. I think it's pretty cool, but the directing, like the style is really cool. Like there's this one take sequence at the beginning of the film with Kyle Gallner, who was also in Strange Darling, which is another great film, is really cool. But they also like do that again a few more times in the movie. And I just think the overall like style, direction, cinematography was just vastly improved over the original. And it's the same director. I think Parker Finn is the guy that directed this. But yeah, I just thought that this was a lot better than the first one, in my opinion. So I'm going to show you the cover right here, guys. I'm going to show you the back. Bam, bam, bam. You know, it's got some good music too. Like it's another one of those like pop star scenario movies like Trap. You know, she's a pop star that's having to deal with a lot of stuff in her life. She's like coming back. She's recovering from an accident, from being an addict, all that kind of stuff. So I like how the movie kind of dives into that. I think they handle that pretty well. And you know, she does it very well. But the music is really kind of good. It's got a nice like original kind of soundtrack to it. But inside, guys, you got the Blu-ray and you also got the 4K. Now, when it comes to Smile 2 and pretty much all the new Paramount releases now, it feels like going forward, there is a 4K, there's a 4K Steelbook, and there's a DVD. And the only way you can get the Blu-ray is if you buy the 4K. Some people are okay with that because, again, they like having both the Blu-ray and the 4K in this release, which Paramount kind of wasn't giving you before. They were just giving you the 4K. Now they're giving you both to get this release. So it's a win-win for people that were going to get the 4K anyway. But if you just wanted the Blu-ray, you can't get it. So I personally don't like the lack of options, but some people don't seem to mind. Now, I do have a digital code here. I'm going to give that away for people that would like that digital code. And we've also got some merch. I think this is for the actual like pop star in the movie, the fictional pop star. So that's pretty cool. Now, I will say I did not watch this 4K. My wife and I actually watched this on VOD. We rented it for $10 because my wife can never wait until I just get the physical release of it. So we watched it on there. I have not watched this 4K yet, so I can't comment on the actual like picture quality of this 4K. But I can say it's a good movie. I would definitely recommend it. I'll link it down below. It comes out on January the 21st, I believe. So if you want it, you can check it out. Now let's get into the Arrow Video stuff. I've got a couple Arrow Video releases. I had The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. Look at this thing, guys. Look at that. Now, I will say there is some controversy going on with this release in the 4K. I think there's like repeating scenes and stuff like that. I got to do some research. I have not watched this yet, so I cannot comment on that. But I will dive into that stuff, guys. And again, I will probably likely be reviewing this, so I'll cover it when I review it. I think this is a 2-disc set. So I'm going to show you all the stuff on the back right there. Looks like you got plenty of features and things to dig into. You got the specs at the bottom. Take it out of the slipcover. You got different artwork on the inside, which is pretty cool. You flip that around. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame they messed up this release. You know, I don't know if is that the first, well, I think it would have to be the first mess up for Arrow Video this year, but I don't feel like Arrow Video's messed up in quite a while. But it does feel like these errors are happening more and more. And it is getting a little ridiculous, I'll be honest. But on the inside, you got this double-sided poster. You got the front, you got the back. Cool stuff. You got this card on the inside as well. You got a nice booklet. I'm actually excited to watch this. I have not seen The Cell in a very long time, to the point where I honestly just forget about what the movie was about. You got some disc arts right there on the 4K. You got the Blu-ray. I doubt the movie is on the Blu-ray. Or no, there's an alternate version. So the alternate version is on the Blu-ray, and the extras are on the Blu-ray. And the disc 1 has the actual feature, and it also has extras. So I guess there's a theatrical version, and there's a director's cut version. Okay, so so there is a 4K of both the theatrical cut and the director's cut, and there's also a previously unseen version of the theatrical cut of the film presented in 178:1 aspect ratio. So I think the alternate version is just a different aspect ratio, but they do have both cuts on 4K as far as the theatrical and the director's cut. So that is cool. And then you flip this around and you have which I actually really like this poster. This is the original poster of the Cell. That is really cool. Perfectly displays J-Lo right there. You know, I can understand them not wanting to put her on the actual artwork. She's a controversial figure right now, it seems like, that J-Lo. But you know what? She's done some good movies. She really has done some good movies in the past. So you got to give her a little bit of credits, you know? You got to give her a little bit of credit. I mean, Anaconda, Jack, Out of Sight. She's had some bangers. That's the Cell, guys, on 4K. Again, I will comment on any like issues with it once I watch the actual 4K. Next up, guys, I gotta get my knife out for this. We have Incubus. We have Incubus on 4K, and this is a William Shatner film. You know, so pardon me while I burst this 4K open. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna be doing Incubus Incubus puns. It wasn't so hard to get open this entire unboxing of Incubus. Anyway, guys, I know what an Incubus is. It's a male sex demon, and a succubus is a female sex demon. So I am, just based on that, like, I am very intrigued at what this movie actually is. I don't really know anything about it other than William Shatner's in it. So I'm going to give you guys are going to see what it's about though right now if you want to read that. And then we got the special features. We got the specs down there at the bottom. Yeah, guys. And again, because Arrow Video is doing this, I'm sure this is going to be a stellar release. I will say that there's embossing on the actual title font, which is really cool. But we'll take it out of the slipcover. You got the front. You got the back. Open this up. You got one disc. You got the 4K. I'm sure all the features are on that. And why do y'all got a Trick or Treat card here? We already know we got Trick or Treat on 4K from you guys. You're not giving us anything new. All right. Look at that. Is this film in black and white? I didn't know it was black and white. It might be black and white, guys. All right. So, reversible cover arts. Let's flip that around. Oh, my goodness. There's nothing. Look at that. The reversible cover art's the same. What were they thinking? The same. I don't see any differences. I do not see any differences. So, but there you have it, guys. That is Incubus right there. It's available now. I think this one came out on the 14th. All right, so we got a few more releases. We got one from Eureka. This is a part of the Masters of Cinema line. This is Running on Karma. So I don't know anything about this film. This is a film by Johnny 2 and Wakai Phi. I'm sure I butchered that, but that's okay. And I'm not sure when this is available. I'll put dates down below, guys. I'll run dates down below for you all to see. Throw that over there. But you got the front. You got the back. Again, I'm not even going to pretend to even know what this movie is, but I'm going to show it off for you guys. Bam. Running on Karma. I mean, it looks like that guy's, he's pretty damn thick right there. Look at that. He is thick. But yeah, that is going to be available soon if it's not already. And next up we have from MVD Visual, we have Dark Sanctuary. And this is the story of the church. I have no idea what this is. Absolutely no idea. Looks pretty damn gnarly looking at the back right there. Pretty damn gnarly. But this one will be available at some point. Again, I'll put all the dates and prices and stuff down below. And we've also got from 88 Films. This is, I don't know how much of this I can show off. All right, I think I'm safe. Love and Crime from 88 Films. And I'm not going to show the back because I think there's some sensitive material on that. But, you know, 88 Films does a good job with these releases. And I'm sure it's great. You know, I'm going to try to... I did a stream the other night talking about my resolutions. And one of my resolutions is to dive into more of these Hong Kong, Kung Fu, Asian cinema films in 2025. I'm going to make that my mission. But open this up, guys. Really, really cool disc art, guys. Really awesome disc art. You got 2 discs on this. So that's pretty damn awesome. And yeah, Love and Crime. I mean, it looks pretty damn interesting. I'm going to be honest. And from, who is this from? I don't even know who this is. Liberation Hall put this one out. This is Shelf Life. I have no idea what this is. What is this? It's 1963 and JFK has been assassinated. 3 young siblings, Tina, Pam, and Scotty, are ushered into mom and dad's well-stocked bomb shelter. 30 years later and 40 feet under, with their parents long dead, the kids are adults, but they haven't grown up and they've never left. That actually sounds pretty decent. I may check this one out. What year is this from? This is from 1993. Have you seen the film Shelf Life? Let me know that in the comments section below. Shelf Life. There's the front. There's the back. Open this up. You got some sweet discard in there. And this also has a reversible cover. So that's cool. Again, I don't know too much about Liberation Hall, but they got reversible artwork. That's pretty damn cool. And the last two I have is from Radiance Films. We have Weak Spot, and we also have Underworld Beauty. And again, I'll put these release dates and prices down below. And let's see. Let me open this up. Weak Spot. I mean, everything from Radiance always looks interesting. It always looks interesting. But do I need it? You know? And yeah, we're going to open these both up real quick. Weak Spot right here. I mean, everything from Radiance always looks very interesting. On the inside, you got a booklet, you got a disc. All their Blu-rays always look great as well. There is reversible cover art also. And then for Underworld Beauty, I mean, this looks like a cool film, kind of like a noir crime thriller. You know, this is from Japan. So there's the fronts, there's the back. Open it up. Got a nice booklet on the inside. You also got disc art, and then you also have reversible cover art as well. So yeah, Radiance has, at this point, guys, like Radiance has a pretty rich like catalog of titles. They've been going strong for 2 years now. I think they started in early 2023. So they definitely got some good stuff. These are 2 US releases. They've also got UK releases as well. So yeah, Radiance Films, you got Underworld Beauty and Weak Spot. But that does it for my haul, guys, my movie collection update. Thank you all so much for watching. I will have this stuff linked down below, at least most of this stuff linked down below if you're interested in any of these titles. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.